Hi everybody, it's the Keto Nomad. How are you today? I'm doing great. I'm making myself some turkey bacon. Yum. And 2 eggs basted. Basted in butter because I put butter on the pan so the bacon doesn't stick. I like this bacon, turkey bacon, because it's cheaper than regular bacon. Regular bacon is like $10 a package now. You can get turkey bacon for less. I love to make the turkey bacon, put it in a little baggie or a bowl with a lid on it, and save it and eat it as chips later, or dip it in my guacamole. I make avocado, onions, and hot sauce as a snack, and then I don't feel like I'm being cheated because I use the bacon like chips, and it's 0 carbs. Yep, just like the eggs are less than 1 carb. So that's what I'm having today for breakfast. What are you having for breakfast today on your keto lifestyle? Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Nomad. I saw this great recipe for pumpkin pie chaffles on the Serious Keto channel. So if you want to check that out, that is what I am going to make today. Now I did add my own ingredient of cinnamon to this recipe. It does not call for cinnamon in the Serious Keto's recipe, but I chose to put it in mine along with the pumpkin spice and the other items that are shown here. Let's get to making this pumpkin pie chaffle recipe. Now here are the ingredients that we're going to put in the filling. It's kind of a long recipe because first we make the filling and then we make the chaffle. Making the filling is a little more time consuming than most chaffles. But once we made our batch of filling and baked it, we will have filling to use at a later date. As you can see here, I added cinnamon to taste. I did not measure the cinnamon, but the original recipe does not call for it. My mixture's all finished, so I'm going to stick it in a pie plate. I'm using a Pyrex dish. I did not put any grease or shortening on it. It didn't stick at all for me either. I used the pan that was a little bit smaller than what the recipe called for. Mine was 8 by 6 by 2, I believe. The original recipe called for a 9-inch pie tin to put the mixture in. We're going to set our oven at 350, and this is going to cook for anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour because I have a different pie pan. Otherwise it would be 40 to 50 minutes. I actually had to bump up the temperature to 375 because my dish was deeper than the original recipe called for. But while that was cooking, I went ahead and started mixing up the chaffle mixture for the recipe in my little food processor. In my version, I substituted the drops of stevia, the liquid stevia, and I used a conversion chart and actually used brown sugar. And I also used brown sugar instead of the granular sugar for the chaffle mix. Once the filling was done and cooled off, I was able to put the filling into the chaffle mix to make my chaffles. I made actually a double batch of chaffle mix, so I put 4 tablespoons into my mixture. And now we're ready to make chaffles. I plugged in my chaffle maker so it would be heated up, and you do not have to grease it or put any kind of shortening on it. I poured my mixture onto the chaffle maker, closed it up, and let it cook for about 5 minutes or until the steam starts coming out. Ordinarily, as a nomad, I would not be able to use my electrical appliances unless I was plugged into shore power. So it was great being able to use my nephew's kitchen to prepare this for the future. Originally, I didn't put cheese on the bottom of the chaffle maker and then put my batter down and then cheese on the top. But I found that if I wanted it crispy, that's what I needed to do. If I made it without the cheese, the extra cheese on it, it was more of a cakey, like this one here, more cakey, but absolutely delicious. Using a small spoon, I put the remainder of the pumpkin pie in these little ice tray cubes. It's a silicone tray, and placed it in their freezer where I will use it in the future for more truffles. And now I can make pumpkin pie chaffles whenever I want to, because I already have the pumpkin pie made. Cool, isn't it? The chaffles were excellent. I really enjoyed them. My family enjoyed them, and the kids enjoyed them. They were so good. You can add butter or whipped cream to the top, and they taste great.